Hello, welcome to Spirit of Life Alchemy. As promised, this is your Mercury retrograde reading. We just did the morning message tarot reading, and it indicated that there was a dark night of the soul coming on and an emotional quagmire to get through before we can move forward. So thought we'd do a reading for Mercury retrograde to have a closer look at those energies. I'm going to use the Gaia deck for this, and then the El Goliath shadow deck. So what do we need to know for this Mercury retrograde? What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help navigate the energies of the Mercury retrograde, starting today, the 10th of May, until the 3rd of June 2022. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Messages from Spirit for the collective, please. And one more. Okay, what do we need to know? Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ocean of Eternal Love, Healing, Creativity and Fertility. Then we've got Sacred Heart, Passion, Love and Spiritual Communion. Communion or communication? Communion. Some days my eyes are better than others. And then Rising Above, Clarity, Freedom and Solution. Okay, so the Wisdom of the Oracle cards that came out this morning, we had Never Ending Story, Not For You and Time for a Nap. This is indicating what we should do with that napping. Okay, we're going to tune in to the subconscious, the collective oceanic energies, where we dream, the dream time, which is when sort of our subconscious or unconscious and our intuition is open, and we get messages coming through dreams and things like that. I always find that the time between about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning through to about 6:30 in the morning, where I'm coming out of sleep, but I'm not quite back in the physical world. I'm sort of swimming between the worlds in the ocean of eternal love. And that's when I get all my downloads and things. Generally, sometimes I'd be kept awake all night with downloads and things like that. But generally, sort of, unless it's really big spiritual downloads, it's my regular, everyday sort of, when resolution comes through for issues and things like that, or insights and awarenesses, and I really love it because it sparks my day into that. It brings me into that new creative phase, ready for the day ahead, and I'm excited, and I've got insights and I've got things to try, and it sort of really inspires and motivates me. So swimming in the ocean of eternal love. We've also got the full moon there as well, and we've got a big full moon lunar eclipse on Monday in Scorpio, so that's the time to be swimming in all these psychic waters, or the sewer, depending. And it's the ocean of eternal love, and then we get the Sacred Heart, connecting to the higher heart energies, connecting to the divine, to spirit, the universe, really sort of opening ourselves up and connecting in with the divine, okay, so that we can co-create together and bring through the will of the divine here on earth through our purpose, and then rising above clarity and freedom and solution. This is what we get when we're out there swimming in that ocean of subconscious and the in-between place. So yeah, a nice positive message. Whatever's going on down here, we will find our solutions up there. Okay, let's do some Goliath. It's just those two. Yeah, so one of my favourite decks, the Goliath Shadow deck. Thought this would be really nice to use for the Mercury retrograde reading. So what do we need to know for the Mercury retrograde period from the 10th of May through to the 3rd of June 2022? What messages has Spirit got for the collective to help us navigate these energies? What emotional and mental or even spiritual quagmires have we got to, are we given the opportunity to work through to come out the other side? Anybody there wondering what I'm going on about, have a look at my morning message from this morning, because I'm using that as the foundation to ask the questions for this reading. So what do we need to know? Messages from Spirit for the collective, please, for Mercury retrograde, 10th of May 2022 until the 3rd of June 2022. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so where we find ourselves, the Six of Cups, I have to put my glasses on to read these. Just see the window in my eyes. The Six of Cups, the reuniting water hole. We've got the Ten of Swords, the barren desert. So I can't remember if I showed you that one. So that should be in the position of the past. Okay. Below we've got the Eight of Swords. Above we've got Judgment and the Transcendence. Future, I've got the Devil. Okay, so let's get some clarification on that. We've got the Hermit. We've got the Emperor. The Emperor came out this morning and yesterday. And the Magician. Okay, some nice energies. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Fool. Okay, so have a look at these cards. Okay, it's interesting that we've got the Six of Cups in the present position, the reuniting water hole, another theme of water. Just going to put those on my head here. And also reminiscing about the past, going back into the past. We've got Judgment coming out of people from the past, maybe coming back into your life at this time as well, or memories of people, going back and sort of maybe things still left to learn about a previous relationship with somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic, it could be work, it could be family, but it's about reviewing an old relationship or connection. Maybe, you know, you've left things with angry words or misunderstanding and miscommunication, and need to go back and clear the air, forgiveness, things like that, before we can move forward. Okay, from the past, It's the end of a cycle. We've got the Ten of Swords here, the barren desert. Okay. This is, I mean, often in this card, there's a soldier laying on the ground face down. He's got 10 swords in his back. This is about the, you know, what others have done to you. So this relationship, it may be that you're feeling like somebody's really did you over or something, or stabbed you in the back, or yeah, it didn't end well, and there's bitterness, or there's anger, or there's emotions still there that need closure, need completion, need forgiveness. Maybe this is with yourself, and you need to forgive yourself for past actions and things like that. But you know, sort of here, it's a barren desert. There's no life. The trees bending over. There's no water. There's no emotion, no sustenance. Everything is barren, and whether they're crows or ravens, but these black birds, they're picking over the carrion, from sort of the the dead end is what the word that came through to me. So yeah, we need to go back, and there's something we need to just bring to completion. Okay, the foundation of this is really interesting. The cards we've got for the foundation and the universe. So let's do with the foundation first. We've got the Eight of Swords, the imprisoned bear. Okay, and in this card, this bear is underneath the surface of the water. The swords look like they're preventing him or her from preventing the bear from coming up and surfacing. And the Eight of Swords is about our own mental prisons that we've created for ourselves. Okay. The 8 and the 10 of Swords, the mental prisons that we've created for ourselves, and how it sort of kills and destroys our life and us. There's no sustenance. There's no self-love. There's no warmth and nourishment for us. It could be with the critical voice in our head, the limiting belief systems that we hold, the old society patterns, you know, patriarchy and things like that, all the external rules, and power structures and corruption and things like that. Because we've got Pluto in the last couple of degrees this year and next year and into 2024 of Capricorn. So it's that culmination of the Capricorn energies, all the power, the abuse of power and corruption is being laid bare for us to see. Now Mercury is going to retrograde back to 26 degrees of Taurus. So it's going to form two more trines. Already as it went through the end of Taurus before going into Gemini earlier, towards the end of April. It's already formed a trine with Pluto once. During this retrograde, it's going to form another one as it retrogrades back to 26 degrees. And it's going to then, as it starts going forward, form another trine. And if you remember back to the last Mercury retrograde that we had in January going into the beginning of February, Mercury conjuncted Pluto 3 times then. So we've got, it's almost like the next chapter of the story of healing ourselves, it feels to me, and we're peeling away the next layer of sort of this, how we limit us, how we're unforgiving and we don't have compassion for ourselves, or you know, we put ourselves down, or you know, whatever the mental prison is. It's another chance to examine that. And then sort of the interesting thing was that the above card, we've got Judgment, but if you look at the bear in this, the bear in this card has broken through the surface of the water and is coming up for air and is under the light of the sun, beaming down for it, breaking through whatever this is, okay? And we do that by getting into these energies. Okay, this is the dark night of the soul journey that we're doing during this Mercury retrograde. The card of what's coming in, we've got the Devil card. The Devil card is about what binds us, our addictions, our obsessions, the things that hold us chained to the past, to families, to old stories and things like that. This card ties in very much with this and this. Okay, we're being asked to return to the past to find out and uncover what binds us, so that we can break free. Okay, and the clarification on the Devil card was we had the Hermit. We're going into ourselves. This is about going in, finding the light within, finding our truth, and then we can take it forward. In this reading, it leads us to the Emperor, self-mastery, forming strong structures and things like that, a firm foundation for which to go from, knowing who we are, being, and I say, in command of ourselves. When we know ourselves and we know our values and we know who we are and things like that, it gives us a firm foundation to go forward. Okay, and it does more than that, because we have the Magician. It allows us to manifest. It allows us to sort of control all the elements and be able to manifest what we want. The card, this morning's reading, we had the Nine of Cups at the bottom here, the foundation, the emotional wish card. We've set our intentions, possibly or most likely at the new moon solar eclipse on the 30th. And now for those intentions to work through and to manifest, we have to deal with all the stuff within us that's blocking us. Okay, but this reading is telling us that we can. Okay, we have it all within us. It's to go within, it's to connect to our higher selves, it's to connect to the divine, and connect in the heart and the higher heart, which will bring us, it will bring us clarity and freedom and solution, and the answers that we're looking for. And then the card at the bottom of the deck was the fall, the beginning of a new journey. So yeah, this, whatever is binding us, whatever mental limitations we're putting ourselves, wherever we've bled ourselves dry, that cycle's coming to the end and we're being offered the opportunity to break free from that. It's about going inside, it's connecting to the heart and the higher heart, connecting to the universe. And there's lots of meditations you could do. You could journal, breathe in really slow, connect back into your body, feeling into yourself, seeing if you can feel where the blockages are and things like that. Prayer. If I'm struggling with things, one of the things I will do is I will pull it out of my body. Pull it out, but normally through my solar plexus or my sacral chakra. That's normally where all the stuff below the surface is. So I pull it all out. I imagine myself rolling it all into a bowl in a bowl. Rolling it into a ball, thinking about sort of what it is I'm confused or I'm lost about or I haven't got the answers for, or what's troubling me, if I'm angry about something or some sort of emotional thing. I will do that and then throw it up to the universe and ask the universe, or you can ask Archangel Michael, or whoever it is that you work with, ask them to help provide the solutions. And the solutions, they may come during your sleep. Okay, it may come when you're out walking in nature or something like that. Whatever it is that you do, and I would suggest you have a good practice, a daily practice that you can work with this. Do you do the tarot or oracle reading, or whatever it is that you do, to tune in to try to find the solutions, because this is our opportunity to revisit things that we need to revisit to that may have started back in January, where Mercury did 3 conjunctions to Pluto at that retrograde. Now we've got a helpful trine energy. And because it's in earth elements, it could be most likely to be that something in your physical world, okay, is being held back because of negative self-talk or negative emotions that you hold against yourself, that we can uncover. And especially as we go through the full moon lunar eclipse, Scorpio, that's the perfect time to sort of be diving deep into this to find the answers. Okay, so that's your Mercury retrograde reading for this Mercury retrograde. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it resonated for you. If it did, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please do email me at the email address below this video in the description box. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, thank you for watching.